busing area, that was really how we got our students in the beginning.
They closed down the schools in the black communities and began to bus the students to the white schools. And the whites didn't want the kids there, and so they rebelled. They threw rocks at them, they called them names, they fought them daily, made their lives hell. I mean, it was pure hell to enter into a system like that. So it was never meant to be a place of equity, diversity, and inclusion. It was meant to continue slavery, that whole system, under another name. And that's what we tried to stop. That's what we're trying to stop now.
All right, meditation music is on. Ooh, London and Quincy, very beautiful meditative bodies.
One of our main purposes is to have the children feel safe and have a place where they can feel like they can be who they are.
When
I look into my mirror,
what do I see?
what do I see? Someone special, just like me.
Sister Angela came up with a concept called cultural resonance, where any student who comes here with a particular culture, that culture becomes a part of our school.
We really listen to what parents have to say and try to use the kinds of academic curriculum and social development that resonates with them and their families.
I feel like growing up, school, I would say, was hard because of issues of diversity and not everybody looking like me, or if the students did, the teachers didn't. Coming here, I instantly felt like I was home.
Sure you won't do that?
I have Omaya, who's 4,
No, you
and I
can't.
have Lucius, who's 7. Page Academy has been a big part of their upbringing.
This little teeth.
I really love what we do at the school as a parent because it offers not just diversity in terms of like the people around you and who's teaching, but also the curriculum. They're introduced to music and cooking and yoga, and they're introduced to all these things that sometimes you may have to get outside of school. My son started drumming here, he's probably 2 or 3, and he loves it. From him doing that drumming, he went and took drum classes outside of school. It's like giving a voice. It may be acting, it may be singing, it may be drumming, but that's what started the school. And I think that's really great because it gives a child an opportunity to say, I'm important, I'm proud of who I am, whether it's the color of my skin or whether it's my hair. They are valued for who they are regardless of any of those things. We've had a few students that's come from public school or other schools, and one of the things I think is very important for a lot of the parents is just wanting their children to be confident in who they are, regardless of where they are. This school only goes up to 6th grade. For my children, I don't know where I'll send them. I feel like it will all depend on the culture of the school, the curriculum. I think it will depend on a lot of different things. I mean, I've known people to go to Boston Public Schools and they've loved it, and other people haven't. So I'm not sure yet what the next step for them will be.
When we got here, I started doing sub-teaching for Boston and Cambridge. A lot of schools where a lot of the black boys at the time were really marginalized and put into special needs classes, and they were kind of not given the kind of hands-on or whatever their style was. So we want to give a child a chance to learn in the manner in which they learn, and also teach them to try to embrace other ways of learning and communicating that they may not have considered.
Where do you want it to turn?
And then
So it keeps going straight.
it could just touch it like a little, and then you turn.
We've been able to establish a relationship with Northeastern University where we go there, they come here, and the children learn robotics, and they've done really well competing with schools all over the city.
Most of these children have been doing like robotics for years, so they've been able to build upon their skills, which is rare.
So I think you have the right idea. Does it need to go back?
And sometimes they're like, oh, these kids look really young. How old are they? I'm like, well, they're 6, but they know how to code and they can build it because we gave them the opportunity to do it. And you give them the time to do it.
There you go. Good stuff.
You're the robot master. You don't know what to do.
We use the 7 principles of Kwanzaa every day in everything we do. And one of the principles is Kujichangalia, which means self-determination. So we really want the children to feel like they have what they need to succeed.
This is a labor of love and commitment.
But it takes so much out of us because we really have to always try to find a way where there is no way. It's been really hard for Black people to have any kind of institution that has longevity. Elma Lewis School, Highland Park Free School, St. Joseph's, they just didn't make it. So now that we're retiring and trying to keep the school going, we see how difficult it is. We're not making a profit. Anything that we make goes back into the school. You think we've been here for 55 years that we'd be on an easy street, but it's just as hard now as it was in 55 years ago. So that can be a little overwhelming.
And if this community loses Page Academy, it will lose a part of its soul. Because we give people a voice. You have a voice here.
It's something that we give it away.